Hi, my name is Renyo Moranin, and I'm going to walk you through my Smart Playlist MVP. The goal of this project is to use Spotify's data to build smoother transitions between songs and using AI generated audio. Right now, when you listen to a playlist on Spotify, songs just cut from one track to the next. So I kind of wanted to explore what it would look like if an app could take your playlist, understand the songs, and generate some kind of transition between those songs. This is my MVP app. I built it with React, TypeScript, and Tailwind on the front end, and use Node and Express to and use Node.js and Express.js for the back end. That basically talks to Spotify's web API and also the AI model. Um, I really wanted to focus for this MVP. I really just wanted to focus on integrating with Spotify and reading user data, and also generating and playing an AI transition between true tracks from that data. So yeah. So first, we'll click on connect to Spotify. This uses Spotify OAuth with authorization code and PKCE flow. The app redirects me to Spotify. I log in, and Spotify sends me back uh, an authorization code. The backend exchanges that code for an access token, and that lets me call Spotify's web API on behalf of my account. And here, just log in, authenticating. And now that I am authenticated, we can now see all my playlists, like Straight Out the Mayflower, Sad Songs, Peace, and Day One. This is all metadata, so I don't actually have access to Spotify's raw audio files, which is a pretty big constraint. Spotify doesn't really allow third party apps to download or directly process the audio. So my MVP is designed around using metadata for context and giving that context to my AI model to generate transition audio. So we'll go to sad songs. Now, the front end basically calls the backend route, which wraps around Spotify's endpoint. We can, which gives us back information like the title, what is it? The title, the artist, the length of the song, and not only that, the album cover, which is pretty cool. All this is basic, and for the MVP, this is all stored in local storage, which, uh, yeah. And as you can see, we have all these, all these ways for the user to basically tweak how they want the transitions, what kind of style they want, the duration of the transition, and not only that, the tempo, blend, and energy. So for this demo, I wanna use. Let's do for the first time in Mind Over Matter. Let's make a transition there. For the first time in Mind Over Matter. Okay. Um, basically, on the UI, I can adjust a few knobs, like I said earlier, to basically adjust that audio, and looks like that's already done. And before I play that, when I click generate transition, the front end basically sends a post request to my back end with the metadata between the tracks, which for this instance is for the first time and Mind Over Matter, with basically which basically then the backend sends that to our AI model, which will then uh, develop a original transition between those songs, which matches the audio. And yeah, now we play it. Okay, and that's basically my MVP. To summarize, I'm not really modifying or downloading Spotify audio. I'm basically authenticating with Spotify, reading playlists and tracks, and letting the user define tempo and energy per track. And with that information, we can also I what I did was I basically gave that information to my AI to generate a original transition between those songs. In the future, I kind of do want to I do want to include more transitions transition styles. And I do want to use a small backend database instead of local storage. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening. That's my MVP.